is when you have a binomial. What do I mean when I say binomial? Two terms. So when we have two terms times two terms. So it's a little bit different. I don't just have one thing out in front to distribute. The idea is you have to take each term in the first parenthesis times each term in the second. So a kind of an acronym to help remember that is FOIL. So you take the first terms and multiply them together. Then you take the outside, that's like your first and last terms. Then you take your inside terms, and then we do our last two terms. So there's 4 multiplication pieces here. We take everything in the first times everything in the second. After that point, we would check to see if we have any like terms. And what are like terms?
Ones with the same exponent, or same.
Yeah. Yep, same variables with same exponents. We combine any like terms that we can. So if we look at this example, we have to take both terms in the first times both things in the second. So we FOIL. We take the first two times each other. What is x times x?
X squared.
And then we do the outside too. So that's like your first and last. So if you take x times 4.
Plus 4x.
Then we do our inside. So
Plus 2x. Wait, first you did x, x,
Mhm.
x, and then x to the 4?
x
Or
times 4. And that gives me the 4x.
And then x to the second, or x times 2?
Mm-hmm. And that's the 2x. And what do we have left?
2 times 4.
The last two. 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, now we check. Are there any like terms?
4x and 2x.
Yes. So the x squared stays. 4x plus 2x is 6x plus 8. What would we call this? If it's got 3 pieces, it is a monomial is 1, binomial is 2, trinomial.
Cubic.
Is well, cubic is a third power. So 3 terms is a trinomial. And my highest power is 2. When my highest degree is 2, what do we call something with a degree of 2?
No, hold on.
When degree is 2,
Quadratic.
it's a square, it's a quadratic. Yep.
What? No. Oh, yeah. Because it started at 0.
Yeah. Alright, let's look at the next one. So if we want to multiply, first, so you multiply the first two. 2x times x would be
2x to the second.
Are we gonna do all evens?
I don't know yet. Then we do the outside. 2x times negative 5.
Minus 10x.
Then we do the inside. 1 times x. And then we do the last. 1 times negative 5. Alright. Like terms. What do we have? That gives us a 2x squared. Negative 10x plus 1x is negative 9x. Next one. So,
So is it negative 10 plus 5?
negative 10x plus 1, so negative 10 plus 1.
That's what I was. No, that's not
Okay, I want you guys to try this first one. So problem number 1. Okay, One thing, I noticed this problem on the homework last night. When you take y times y, what is it?
Y2.
Y squared. Several people were putting like 2y squared when they did that on their homework yesterday, but you're just multiplying there. Okay, so then y times 1 would be a 1y. 8 times y, an 8y, plus 8. So our final answer is y squared plus 9y plus 8. Okay, questions on that one? All right, you guys need to be paying attention to me right now, please. Side conversations can wait. All right, let's look at number 3. Okay, so x times x would be x times negative 4 negative 10 times x
Plus 40.
Okay, like terms, add those together, we get negative 14.
Alright.
Right.
More homework.
Let's look at number 5.
Actually, I did good enough.
Good job,
Did
Matthew.
you get 5 problems?
I know what we did here.
4x times x gives us 4x squared. 4x times 3 negative 7 times x. Okay, so combine like terms. Yeah.
No, it's 5.
Mhm.
Plus 5 minus 21.
All right. I want you guys to try 7 and 9 for me. So, if we multiply 3y times 3y,
9y squared.
3y times 2,
Plus 1.
1 times 3y,
3y.
Plus 2.
so we get 9y squared
Plus
9y.
Plus 2.
Number 9, if we multiply 8h times 3h,
Minus 8. Minus 9. Plus 3.
so we get
24 h squared minus 17h plus 3.
all right, are we doing okay on those?
Yes.
Let's go to number 13. So if I FOIL these, what is 2r times 2r?
4r squared.
What is 2r times negative s?
I thought you couldn't do that.
Hmm?
I thought we couldn't do
Yeah, we can't add them, but we can multiply.
that. So it'd be negative 2r s
Mhm.
squared.
Well, we just took negative 2r times s, so it's just negative 2r. If I take s times 2r,
2rs.
and then s times negative s,
Minus s squared.
all right,
Oh.
So, what like terms do we have?
Negative 2RS and 2RS.
Those cancel out because they're opposites, so they're gone. Okay, let's try one more with multiple variables like that. So if I look at 14, 4c times 7c,
48C squared.
4c times negative 2d,
Minus 8CB.
d times 7c,
Plus 7CD.
and d times negative 2d.
Minus 2D squared.
Like terms, 28c squared plus 2. Negative 8 plus 7 is negative 1.
What's 2D squared? Oh wait, that's square 2.
Boy.
What a blonde flapping in the wind.
Bless you.
Last type I want to do today. We're going to do 2 more examples and then we're done.
Yeah.
Number 15. This one is written differently. What does a square mean?
Square.
We have 2 of them, right? So it's saying I have x plus 4 2 times. So you have an x plus 4 times an x plus 4.
Oh, but hold on. How does that work if you just square it all?
It doesn't work because of the addition. So when they're all multiplied together, you can take the square through.
So last month when we were doing it,
Because last month they would be written like this. And that means 4x times 4x, which was the 16x squared. But now because of the plus sign, if we write it twice, then the rules for multiplying this is we have to FOIL.
but it'd be the same if you.
I think I did.
It would be the same.
It won't be, actually. If you just squared each term, you'd have x squared plus 4. But if we FOIL,
8x plus 16.
Boom, done.
so as long as you write it out, you'll recognize that you have to FOIL, and you'll get that middle term. If you don't write it out and you just square each piece, you'll miss the 8x. Alright, we'll do one last problem like that, and we will stop for today. So if we try 17, what would I do? If I want to square that, that means I have 2m minus 5 twice. So 2m times 2m would be 2m times negative 5. Negative 5 times 2m. And negative 5 times negative 5. So we have a 4m squared minus 20m plus 25. So I am going to give you a handout. And we are not doing the whole thing today. I want you to do 1 through 18.